Hey friends, in today's video we are talking all about how to do the perfect eyeliner. One of the trickiest, most rewarding parts of any makeup look. Whether you struggle with uneven wings, shaky lines, or just can't seem to get that smooth flick, I've got you covered. I will walk you through my step-by-step process for creating a clean, sharp and lifted eyeliner look that works for many eye shapes. I will also share some of my favorite tips and techniques for beginners, from choosing the right liner type to how to fix mistakes without starting all over again. By the end of this video, you will be able to create a perfect wing. So grab your liner and let's get started. So I have been doing my makeup for many years now, but I also still struggle sometimes with eyeliner. Sometimes I have days where it turns out very perfectly, and sometimes I have other days where it looks very bad and I just can't do it right, and I end up doing my eyeliner for like 10 minutes and it still doesn't look good. So it's not really about doing your makeup for several years, maybe 10 years, and you're automatically good in doing your eyeliner. Like I said, I also struggle sometimes with my eyeliner, and I would say it's probably the most difficult thing in my makeup routine. Still to this day, everything else became more easy and I don't have much trouble with it. It's just only my eyeliner. But over the years, I also learned some tips and tricks on how to make it more easy, and that's what I'm going to show now. So one thing I always swear by is 100% eyeshadow tape. So this is your best friend for eyeliner, also perfect if you're a beginner. It's more easy to work with this tape, so it won't mess up too badly. It will still look like a clean, straight and sharp line, so it won't be very noticeable that you actually struggled with your eyeliner. So I always put it on my hand first to make it less sticky, otherwise it will kind of hurt around your eyes. And also my tip for it is to do your eye makeup first before your base. So basically tape your eyes before you do your foundation. I did my base makeup today first, but I recommend doing it otherwise, because you will notice when you take off your tape, it also takes off your foundation here. But today I will just show it to you, so I clean it up afterwards. But that is just something you should consider. And also when you wear sunscreen, it will also take off your sunscreen a bit. So I really recommend to do it before your foundation and also before you apply sunscreen, but don't do it on dry skin. It's better to do it on moisturized skin. So use a moisturizer or your hydrating primer before. When you tape it on your dry skin, it will really hurt badly, so make sure your skin is moisturized. Okay, so first you need to know your eye shape. When I start to tape my eyes, I consider the lower line of my eyes, and I will start to tape it right at the end of it. This is where you're going to draw your eyeliner. Your eyeliner will basically elongate the lower line of your eyes. Tape it right here. And as you can see, the tape is extending my lower lash line. Now that your tape is on, you can be sure to get a more symmetrical liner. You also have to keep in mind it's not always going to be symmetrical, because it's very often that your eyes aren't even symmetrical, so you cannot expect your eyeliner to be symmetrical when your eyes aren't. But that's not a problem. It's normal and many people have this, and you still can get a perfect eyeliner. I'm going to consider what eyeliner I'm going to use, and you can choose between a gel eyeliner, pen eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, and so on. For me, I really like gel eyeliner, but it is something which is not very easy to use. But for me, the most difficult thing is probably liquid eyeliner, especially when it has a long and flexible tip. You can mess up really quickly. But the most easiest thing is just a black, dark brown or brown eyeshadow shade. You'll have more control and you will have a better chance to correct it, not mess up too badly. So what I'm going to do is to use a black eyeshadow shade. You have to use tiny brushes like this. The more tinier and the more firmly tight, the better. I take the most pointed I've got, and I go in the black shade, and I start to fill in the part just above the tape. Now you can choose yourself how long you want to make the wing. I like to wear a longer wing, so I do it just until here. So now it looks like this, which is too round. And also if you have more hooded eyes like me, you really have to consider where to draw the line. Otherwise the eyeliner will slip into this line here, and this will look very horrible. So what I'm going to do because of it is that I don't fill in my whole lash line because my eyes will look too round. It will also make your eyes look more closed. I'm not starting from here, also not from the middle, very much the end of my eye. Just here. I just go a bit toward where my lashes start. Just here. Now I will draw the line toward the end of the eyeliner. I just fill in this part. But I don't go all the way over here again. I start from here to have this pointed and not too thick. And as you can see, with eyeshadow you have more control over it. You can correct tiny details and you will also have more softer and blended look. A really soft look and not so visible liner, I recommend to use brown shadow. So now you can see when I look forward, it's not too round and it's also straight and sharp when I look down. It went into this crease here, which is exactly what I want, because when it does, it can change the whole eyeliner look. Now what I do instead of drawing the liner above my lashes, I just draw in this part here and also just between my lashes to make them more fuller. Now it looks like I made the eyeliner from here to here. So the style of eyeliner I like and do very often is kind of more lifted, but if you want a thicker or very thin line, you can also just do it. This is just my preference and I think this style suits me the most. Now I'm also going to do this side. I again start to just line along the tape, so that way you will already have this very clean and sharp line. I will just connect it to my lashes a bit and fill out this part here. Like I mentioned before, it's not always going to be the same symmetrical line because my eyeliner also always looks different because of my eye shape. This eye here have more space here on my eyelids and the crease is not so prominent like on this side. This eye is more hooded. My eyeliner here will always turn out to be more round, and on this side it will always turn out to be more straight. So now I'll take off the tape. And now you can see I took off my foundation a bit, but I can correct it. So just keep in mind when you do it on top of your base makeup, it will take off your foundation a bit. So I'll just clean up the part a bit. Okay, so now as you can see, they are the same line, but still the shape is a bit different. This one here is more straight and this one here is more rounded. The best part is when you mess up your liner, you just take your eyeshadow tape again. So you can just put it on top of your liner and press a bit. Then you can just easily take it off. So basically just taping off the eyeliner. Then you can correct it. So I'm going to make this side also a bit more lifted to match it more with the other side. Okay, so I know I matched them a bit more, but I just did it for the video because when I usually do it, I just leave it like this because it's not really noticeable in real life because our brain's already matching everything. When it's a slight difference, it won't be very noticeable unless it's a very huge difference, and of course it will be noticeable. And then you can add the same black shade or a brown shade. In this case I'm using a brown shade. I will just apply it underneath the liner on my lower lashes just to create shadow and also more softer line on my lower lashes. So now it has this gradient into the eyeliner and everything will look more in place. So this for me is the easiest way to do my eyeliner. And I also very often use this eyeshadow tape technique to do my eyeliner. I also get many compliments on my eyeliner, especially when I do it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to add mascara and false lashes and then we will see the finished look. And also not to mention, when it comes to correct the line, you can just grab a flat brush and concealer. Just slightly go along the line clean any mess you made, or maybe when you want to thin out the liner. You have to be more careful with this, but it also works great. This is also a step I do frequently and I could really recommend this step. Alright, so this is how everything looks in the end with mascara and lashes on. If you want to do the perfect eyeliner, I really recommend to do it that way. It is actually so easy and your eyeliner will turn out very pretty. And with the eyeshadow tape you can really achieve great results when it comes to eyeliner. So let me know what you think. If this video was helpful to you, please like this video. And also if you want to learn more tips and tricks about makeup in the future, subscribe to my channel.